Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I have something absolutely ridiculous to share with you guys. This is a channel first. This is a first for me as well. I've been a knife collector for a very long time. And, I like my budget knives, and I like my, production knives, and my mid-techs, and I like my semi-customs, and blah, blah, blah. I periodically will spend quite a bit on a knife. But normally, I've got kind of a top, like a limit, just like everybody, right? There's a certain point where it gets kind of scary, right? Well, I went way over that and bought something different, something in a tier that I don't have in my collection, and that is a fully handmade custom folding knife. Let's go ahead and let's get this started. Thanks so much to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. This is not something I can link. I did not expect this to come in so quickly. I really thought it would be a couple of weeks before it would get here. But I opened up my my box, and there it was. So let's go ahead and get in here. Why don't I own other fully custom? Like, I own some custom knives, right? But there's always been CNC or machine elements. Why is this the first time you've ever purchased a full custom knife? Well, I'll tell you, it's because of what little I have experienced in this tier of the knife world. I know you guys want to know how much I paid. I'll talk about that here in a sec. What little I have experienced has shown me that with knives that are all, completely and totally handmade, there is a lot more room for error. And that's understandable, right? We're human beings. We are not machines. God bless it. I know it's important that this was packaged this way, right? But it's just I can't get this off here. So I've always shied away because what comes with a custom knife, right, a super high price tag, right? It's just full custom knives, no matter how you look at it. If you're new, if you're brand new, right? A knife, a folding knife, right? We're not talking about a fixed blade, a folding knife, right? That is fully handmade and is using, usually exotic materials. It is going to cost a lot of money, right? There's no deception, there's no wizardry or dark magic or anything going on here. No smoke and mirrors. It costs a lot of money to do this, right? So I'm thinking, do I want to pay that much money for something that's, might have some weird, goofy things in it? The only time I have ever handled a custom knife, a full handmade custom folding knife, where there were no flaws, was here fairly recently. I could not believe that these were fully handmade. And I messaged the creators of these, and I said, I would very much like to get my hands on one, but I will wait in line. And they said, no problem. So I said, they talked about, what kind of materials I wanted. And I said, this is kind of what I think I'm after. However long it takes is fine. It took a few months before they had the materials. And he said, do you still want to do this? And I said, absolutely. This is Francois Dutoit. And you guys you might remember when I'm building this up. You might remember when I reviewed some of their stuff. There we go. Oh, certificate of authenticity. Here we go. You want to take a look before we see the knife? TF4. Yeah, that's right. I went with front flipper. The blade is Thor Damacor. Handle material is zirconium. And then we have titanium, right, etc., etc. Nice Rockwell hardness for what we're looking at. Okay. All right. I'm starting to freak out. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, so, man. I don't even want to pick it up. All right, get it together. Come on. I really should have ordered some gloves, right? I mean, this is like, it's zirconium on the outside. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys can already tell the blade is mirror polished. All right, we just gotta go for it. We just gotta go for it. Oh man. Okay, let's take a look at this bad boy here. Oh man, that is absolutely insane. Look at that pivot. All right, let's just gonna flip it over here real quick so you guys can take a look at the Damacor backspacer. That's right. And then we have a polished, I believe that's a Damasteel or Damacor. I think the pocket clip is Damasteel, right? I'm getting fingerprints all over it. There's nothing I can do. Blue titanium liners. Hold on, let me get all my shakes out. Man, that is crazy. Mirror Damacor. Holy crap. Look at this. That is absolutely ridiculous. Oh man, I love this. Francois Dutois Custom Knives. I am extremely happy. Listen, I'm going to show their name again here real quick. Right there. Okay, and there's their email address, right? And it's blah, blah, blah. Follow them on Instagram. I'm going to guess they've got stuff they're working on, obviously, right? I was introduced to these gentlemen by my buddy Scott. And he sends a lot of stuff, right? And so I'm kind of, it's not like I'm desensitized to crazy knives. I'm always blown away, right? But every time he shows, I'm like, wow, there's something I can never afford, or wow, there's something I don't know if I really want to roll the dice on with that much money. But when he sent these, he sent two, the TF4 and the TF4 MIDI, M-I-D-I. And I was like, what? These are handmade? No way. That's crazy. No way. They're way too perfect. And sure enough, these things are freaking handmade. And so I messaged him, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is an expensive knife, but their prices are absolutely understandable. What you're looking at here is a $2,600 knife. If you've looked around at, God, that is so beautiful. My knees are having trouble keeping me up right now. I've looked around, and for $2,600, there's some cool stuff out there at retailers. But there is nothing else right now that I have been that tempted, like that's made me want to spend that much money. Let alone, right, when we're talking about fully handmade custom knives where there's room for human error. I know you guys want to see the action. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. That is just, it's too good, man. It's too good. Oh man, I could not be more satisfied. Yeah. I know that a lot of people watching right now are not like, okay, but we're not beating down doors to drop $2,600 on a knife. I get that. But I know some of you are. I know some of you are regular custom knife collectors. I know, out of the 160,000 people I have subscribed to my channel, I know that there are super high-end custom knife collectors out there. And there are people who are looking to transition into that next tier, however few you may be in total population. Don't be afraid of Francois Dutois Custom Knives. This is oh man, it's so much cooler. They sent me a video. And I was like, that is so unbelievably beautiful, right, in the video. And now I've got it in hand. And I cannot believe that it is. Well, I mean, of course, everything's always more impressive in person. Not always. Sometimes things are not as impressive, but this is substantial. It is exponentially more impressive in person. I forgot how big the TF4 is. This is such a fantastic size for a knife. I mean, let's be real. I'm not going to take this one out and use it, right? Enough to do. It should be you. Shut up. You didn't spend the money on it, so just shut up. Listen, no matter how, I know that some people are just going to, absolutely cry their pants over this. This knife is going to go in a case, and it's going to be babied, right? I'm going to read it a bedtime story at night, every night, and I'm going to love it and cherish it. There's nothing you can say to change that. right? This is the type of knife that if I so choose to, I could take it out and use it, sure, yeah. Thor Damacor is not just to look at. This is actually performance steel. You can look up Damacor. You can Google Damacor, and it'll take you to the Damacor website, and you can read about it. This is not just pretty shiny for the shit. No, it's the real deal, right? Zirconium, titanium, all of that. This is absolutely could be a tool if I wanted it to be, but it's not gonna be. Much like if I were somebody who collected exotic cars, they can go fast. Car go fast, right? But maybe this car stay in garage, right? It's just it's one of those things, right? Where I don't I don't need to prove to myself or anybody else what type of performance this knife is capable of. It's something that I purchased to cherish and enjoy as a knife enthusiast and collector. This is very difficult for some people to understand. I don't know. It is what it is. I am so unbelievably pleased with this. This is perfection. My experience as somebody who is, took this step and transitioned into the world of fully handmade custom folding knives, right? This could not have gone better. This is an absolutely epic experience for me. I want to give you guys a close up on that pivot there. God, that is so beautiful. Here, should we let me shine this up here for you. This is zirconium, and it's definitely is a fingerprint magnet. Oh man, this is a little bit of a surprise here. A good one. I think maybe when you polish zirconium, like when you do zirconium with the black polish finish, you kind of get a little bit of oil slick there, but that's wonderful. Really nice there. So here's the pivot. We'll zoom in. Really gorgeous. And I know I'm hesitant to wipe the blade off because I don't want to get more debris on it. So we'll take a look there at the blade. So for a little bit, there's just anything that you see, any little dots like this, this just debris, right? It's just it's mirror polish, so you're going to see that stuff, right? We originally were going to do an etch, right? So there was going to be, and you can still see, but there was going to be like darker and lighter spots, and then this part down here that is the core, which you can see ever so slightly on the tang, right? Right there. That was going to be the mirror polish part, and then maybe like the flat. And then the rest of these, all these little wavy lines here, we're going to have an etch, like contrasting light and dark spots. And it was actually them. They were like, we don't like how this looks. Would you consider doing a full mirror polish? And I said, yeah, definitely, absolutely, let's go. So they did it, and I was thinking, it'll probably look pretty good. And I had no idea. I mean, I saw the video, but I had no idea it was going to be this good. This is wild, man. Oh my God. That is so crazy. The blade, you can see there, like the sharpened edge, just beautiful. Screaming sharp. Screaming sharp. Absolutely beautiful. Something I really love about the TF4 is the fact that it is a titanium liner lock. Big, something that I really enjoy. I'm sure that a lot of you are confused as to why I went with a front flipper. Weird how that worked out. They have an option for regular flipper, right? This knife and the lines are so beautifully simple and perfect with the front flipper. There's no flipper tab right here to stop this curvature, this transition here is so perfect, and it just felt so good in hand. I've always said that I prefer, that a front flipper, the front flipper mechanism not be the only means of deployment. If it's a front flipper, fine, but there should be something else, like a thumb stud or whatever. This was one time where it's like I always say, like eventually you're going to experience something that throws whatever your standards are. Like you don't get too set in your ways, because there's always going to be something that goes, no, you're dumb, shut up. Here's something that you didn't consider, right? And this was that thing. This was that knife that proved to me like, hey, you can do this, right? There are actually perfect front flippers out there. And it just happened to be on a knife that was fully handmade and something that I wanted, right? So I went for it. He said, "Do you want a flipper? Or do you want a front flipper?" I said, "Do the front flipper. I like the lines better. I think it's more. I think it looks better." Okay, I've been freaking out for 15 minutes. I have a review on this knife. If you're thinking, why isn't he reviewing it? I'll give you the measurements here real quick. You can go check out my review of the Francois Dutoit TF4 and TF4 MIDI. It's not really a review. It's mostly me talking about how amazing the fact that it's handmade is. I mean, I just go on and on and on. But it's a custom knife, right? It's not a production knife. These are not mass produced. Overall length of this guy, the big guy, is 8 inches. Blade length is 3.5 inches. Now, normally, these do not weigh this much. This is zirconium, so it is extremely heavy. I want to get this on the sticker because I don't want the metal part touching the blade. Oh, 7 ounces. Right? Normally, these are going to be more like 4.5, something like that, 4.75. But really, really gorgeous. Now, he works with a lot of different materials. There are definitely far less expensive variants of this knife, and there are also far more expensive variants of this knife. I would, if you're looking to get into this, get into this territory, I would see if you have the ability to put in an order while you can. I'm just very happy. This is one of the longest unboxings I've ever done. Oh man, okay, it's time to. It's just second nature. That's going to be pretty much it today, guys. Thank you so much. Francois Dutoit Knives. Thank you so much. Just fantastic. Absolutely satisfied customer here. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.